I want space for myself. That's what every species wants. What was the rationale for the entire World War II? Hitler said the Germans are a superior lot, a higher race, and Germany does not have too much land and the population is burgeoning, and that more land was to be had from Eastern Europe. So he attacked Poland. It's just that when he attacked Poland, Britain and France declared war on Germany, so Hitler had to fight on the Western front also. Otherwise, what he wanted was land from Eastern Europe, invasive species. I don't care for others. That's the law of the jungle. And Prakriti is very happy with that. I have to survive. And for my survival, if somebody has to be wiped out, I'll wipe him out. That's it. Simple. We want to kind of pretend that the action has some kind of moral basis to it. But there is no moral basis. Our problem is with that we want to write the whole thing in the language of morality. And in that language, this story cannot be written. As long as we remain things of the jungle, this will continue. You don't need to transcend to become enlightened. You need to transcend so that you become human beings. Then what is the solution? The real solution is...
Namaste Acharya Ji. This is regarding the recent war which is happening. So we see that one country seems to have the entitlement to take the preemptive actions to make sure that they do exist in future also, because they have the existential threats, or that's how they perceive it. If we look at the individual level or at the country level, that if we face some a situation like this, then up to what extent we have the right to defend, they have that threat. Now they have taken a preemptive action. Is it valid to, take an action which can completely destroy the other country?
You are trying to analyze the whole thing in a moral framework. Whether it is right, what can be the outcome, to what extent can one go? Those are the questions you are posing. See, in Prakriti, morality does not exist. Right? In Prakriti, in the animal world, morality doesn't exist. The animal world just strives for survival. And anything that threatens my survival has to be obliterated. That's it. That's Prakriti for you. That's the plants, that's the microbes, that's the animals, the birds, that's the entire game of evolution. I have to survive. And for my survival, if somebody has to be wiped out, I'll wipe him out. That's it. Simple. There is no morality really there, though being human beings, you want to frame it in moralistic terms. We want to kind of pretend that the action has some kind of moral basis to it. But there is no moral basis. Really, there is no moral basis.
So they can do whatever they want.
Obviously. Though whatever is done would always be framed in principled terms. We are operating on this principle, we are operating on that principle. Iran, Israel, Hamas, Jordan, US, Pakistan, these are all going to be the parties there. They'll all have their set of noble and moral principles to quote. Israel will say, operating on this principle have we attacked. And Iran will say, we are against Zionism. And the US will say, it is for the sake of world peace that we are entering the war. So there is some principle. In the jungle, there is no principle really. The only principle is I have to exist. I was reading somewhere, do-gooders in the name of climate crisis mitigation tried planting trees close to a forested area. They think that if they plant trees, then they can arrest climate change without even going into the facts and the numbers. I quoted the numbers. because such greenwashing has been happening since long and has become even more pervasive today. People think that by planting 1 tree or 10 trees, they have done their bit, which is not even 1% of the total emissions that they are annually responsible for. The tree cannot absorb much. So, somebody planted some trees on the borders of a forest. You know what the trees did? They ate up the forest. Because the forest was not used to that particular species. These are called invasive species. So all the native species of trees, they started disappearing. And when the native trees started disappearing, the birds that used to live on those trees, they also started disappearing. The entire ecosystem was on the brink of collapse. It's not that just human beings want to have their own survival at the cost of other human beings, or nations want to survive at the cost of other nations. Even trees want to survive at the cost of other trees. There could be 6 trees of a particular species or mixed species. You bring in one invasive species and all those 6 would be gone. This one species would have proliferated itself. I want space for myself. That's what every species wants. What was the rationale for the entire World War II? Hitler said the Germans are a superior lot, a higher race, and Germany does not have too much land and the population is burgeoning, most populated country in that region. So the Germans deserve more land, and that more land was to be had from Eastern Europe. So he attacked Poland. It's just that when he attacked Poland, Britain and France declared war on Germany, so Hitler had to fight on the Western front also. Otherwise, what he wanted was land from Eastern Europe. Invasive species. I need to have stuff for myself, you see. I don't care for others. That's the law of the jungle. And Prakriti is very happy with that. Our problem is with that we want to write the whole thing in the language of morality. And in that language, this story cannot be written. What is happening is just a game of our very primitive instincts. I need more land. I need to secure my own physical survival. I need more land, so you know, there is the West Bank, there is the Gaza, there is the Jerusalem problem. I need to ensure my survival. So before he strikes at me, I can strike preemptively. And in the language of survival, that does sound fine, does it not? Or do you wait for the enemy to amass nuclear capacity and bomb you out of existence? Israel is a small country, half the size of Kerala. You take a few largest districts of India and you find Israel is comparable. In the same league. That's how big Israel is. You drop 2 nuclear weapons there and the entire place is gone. Not even 1 crore Jews, 70-75 lakh. That's all. Do you get this? So, then what is the solution? The real solution is to not let these animals remain animals. That is the only real solution. As long as animals remain animals in human form, they'll fight for survival. Your entire body is a killing machine. What do the WBCs and the T cells exist in the body for? We are killing all the time. In Prakriti, killing is not violence. Killing is movement. Killing is action. Killing is the norm. Even as the two of us talk to each other, our bodies are busy killing. The entire air around us is full of microbes of all kinds, and they keep entering the body. Water, air, food, skin, they're all the time penetrating your body. And your body is a killing machine. Any foreign thing that enters your body fights it and kills it. That's Prakriti. And you cannot say your body is immoral. Your body is Prakriti. The lion is hunting down the deers. The eagle is swooping down on the sparrow. That's Prakriti. Killing all the time. The cute little bird just ate up the little insect. And the bird is so cute, but it's killing insects all the time. That's Prakriti. To each his own. Everybody is concerned only about their own survival. That's Prakriti. Israel is saying, my survival is threatened. I will attack. As long as we remain things of the jungle, this will continue. Wisdom is the solution. You don't need to transcend to become enlightened. You need to transcend so that you become human beings. We are beasts. We are beasts in human form. That's how we are born. And that's not being abusive or being offensive. That's being factual. We are beasts. That's it. We are beasts with intellect, with nuclear scientists, with high IQs. We are beasts. Huh? So we need transcendence so that we can become human beings. Enlightenment, etc. is a far cry. Fantastic.